Shalom.
I changed the message.
This is the Holy Shabbat. And we do thank and praise the Most High, Ahayah, bahashem, Yashayah, for the Sabbath and for this opportunity once again to minister his truth, his word to our viewers and whoever may glance over this video on YouTube. We are Voice of Watson. We minister in Jacksonville, Florida, to the whole world, bringing the true gospel, the truth of the word, not mixed with religion or man-made doctrine.
We'd like to hopefully expose the false doctrines that are in the Christian church this evening. I don't think we can do them all. There's so many, right? So maybe we can try to make you see, Christian, if you're listening, why we feel so strongly of what we know and believe about coming out of Christianity. You know, people are offended at that. When Christians hear that, the first thing they say to me is, well, did you leave Christ? I said, no. And first of all, his name is not Jesus. No, we didn't leave Jesus. We found the real Christ. We found the Messiah, the Black Christ, Yashayah.
This is what my dad is. This is Ezekiel 33.
Ezekiel 33. You want us to go there?
Yeah, you can follow. I'll read for you tonight. We're going to be in Isaiah chapter 11?
13.
We're going to jump around.
We're going to be in the book of Isaiah 33.
Hold on. We're probably going to jump around like we always do because we use precepts and we're not going to stay in one book. But
we have, you got to follow the leading of the Spirit.
Yeah.
The true Spirit, right?
Yeah. And who's the true Spirit, Josh?
A feminine spirit.
Feminine gender. Right.
I'll start with Ezekiel 33:2.
Oh, the watchman's duty. Okay.
Son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land or judgment, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for a watchman, if when excuse me, he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. Then whosoever hearkeneth to the sound of the heareth, sorry. The sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his head.
His own head. Don't skip words. His own head.
His own head.
Okay, so here's what happened today. I ran across two people who I admired immensely, the Afro-Americans, because we know they're Hebrew, right, Josh?
That's true.
Okay.
So be it.
So they had a problem. They had a major problem with what I was telling them. And see, because of these pastors telling their Christian churches not to do research on YouTube and not to seek out history books to know who they really are and what happened to them in 1600 and before. We go back to Luke, right, Josh? Around the same time. Luke, right? Luke 21, 17 to 22. It's right in there. Read it. It just tells you what happened to our people. But see, today, because of certain laws in this country, the Christian church has guidelines. In other words, guidelines mean they're not allowed to speak against homosexuality. They're not allowed to speak against the Pope, the president, government, or certain things. And if they do, I promise you, when the government finds out about these pastors, they'll write to them and they'll tell them.
I mean, they'll close
their church down.
Right.
But they'll warn them first. Good.
So be it. Sorry. I mean, they can speak against certain issues, but they can't really go behind things and make everything look like it's a conspiracy because they're taught that's one of the guidelines. They can't expose, they can't really And they always attack the Pope when their doctrines are really all
just like the Pope.
So that's a game they play.
That's right.
Where they try to make them not look like the Catholic Church when they're the daughter of the Catholic Church, right?
Right, and this is another warning I gave these two brothers. I said, "Do you believe in the virgin birth?" They said, "Oh, yeah." I said, "Well, you're Catholic." No, we're not Catholic. Yes, you are. If you believe that Christ is God, you're a Catholic.
No,
those are all Catholic doctrines.
There are a lot of Christian churches who preach against homosexuality.
That's right.
And lesbianism and a lot of things, but they don't really hit on certain things like what is sin, what is judgment, why is Christ coming back. People think that the Messiah is coming back, and not to get off topic of what our messages for the people tonight.
Josh, go to the Epistle of John, where he talks about. Hold on, he talks about what is sin.
Oh, I got
Here's how I knew this brother wasn't learned, and here's how I knew this brother didn't know what he was talking about. Yeah, watch this. I hear these two brothers talking in the gym, and they're talking about what church they're from and who they're under. And I'm getting sick to my stomach already.
I like this.
Wait, and then he says, then I heard them say, I don't know, some kind of prayers they're making, certain kind of supplication they're making. It just got sicker and sicker. So I finally had enough of it. When they were walking out, they said, "What is sin?" And that brother, he answered right. He said, "Sin is the transgression of the law." Good. So you're telling me you know the Most High? And the Most High says that if you love me, you keep my commandments. You ought to read the rest of 2 John. Or is that 1 John 3:13? You ought to read it down. Go read it all the way. It tells you that if you sin, you're the devil. He says, "Oh no, we all fall short." They always bring these.
We'll read that.
Watch. They always bring those scriptures to Christians. We all fall short of the death sin. The Christian church has a lying doctrine in it about the original sin. Romans 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll read that to you. And you listen when we read it, so you understand.
The Epistle of 1 John, chapter 3,
Go ahead.
verse 4.
Listen out there.
Whosoever committeth sin.
Wait, Mary, you get it, Mary?
Whosoever committeth sin transgresses also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. And ye know that he was manifested to take away our sins. And in him is no sin. Whosoever abideth in him sinneth not. Whosoever sinneth hath not seen him, neither known him. Little children, let no man deceive you.
Now, come on. Stop. You know how much meat is just in those 3 words that Joshua just said? Let no man what?
Deceive you.
Where is that, Josh?
He that
wait, go to the precept.
He that doth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous. He that committeth sin is of the devil.
No. Say that again.
He that committeth sin is of the devil.
No, we all fall short.
He that committeth sin is of the devil.
No, we can keep sinning and ask Christ to forgive us.
That's right. He that sinneth, committeth sin is of the devil.
Now you can call us and write to us and
bet us money too.
Yeah. We'll right now we're ready to spend 4 years now. And wait, out of Christianity, we'll debate any pastor in this town, Jacksonville. And you better have money because we'll debate with money and we're going to make you bleed. We'll cut you so deep with the word, we'll leave you bleeding on blending.
We bet anyone $1,000 to show us that the law is done away with in the Bible.
You know, I told these 2 brothers, you better come out. You better get out of Christianity because they're set up for the mark of the beast. You know, he says, watch this. This brother says to me, "Oh, so you left Jesus." I said, "That's not his name. I found the real Christ."
He that committeth sin is of the devil, for the devil sinneth from the beginning. For this purpose was the Son of Man manifested, that he might destroy the work of the devil.
So if Christ came to destroy the works of the devil, why are you still sinning?
Because you believe that you have
Show me in the word that you can keep sinning and he's going to take you home someday.
That's right.
There's nowhere in that word it says that.
Whosoever is born of the Most High doth not commit sin.
Say it again.
Whosoever is born of the Most High is.
They told me they're born again.
Whosoever is born of the Most High
How can you be born
doth
again?
not commit sin.
If you keep sinning, you're not born again.
Because for his seed remaineth in him.
So if the seed remains in you, you're going to struggle a little while when you really get truly born again, but then you're going to stop. You're going to hardly ever sin. I'd rather hear a doctrine like that than saying I got to sin every day, like the Christian church is telling their people. That faggot church, that celebration church. What are they celebrating? They're taking the mark of the beast in America already.
Remaineth in him, and he cannot sin, because he is born of the Most High.
Churches can be, people can be fooled in churches because they give out money, they feed the poor. That's all fine. We're not against that.
That's good works.
But that's false piety, right, Mary? To hide the truth.
Yeah, and the people doing the work might actually
have a heart to fix. Yeah, there's people have a good mind to help people in the church. We're not against the people that go to the church. We're against false doctrine, that what you're listening to.
Yep. Isaiah chapter 11.
Wait. Hold on. Wait, I want to say, hold on, John. Thanks. Look at the divorce rate in the Christian church. You tell me that's not sin?
It's worse than.
You want to get a precept?
Go ahead.
Let's go to, everybody go to Matthew chapter 19, verse.
Go to Matthew
4, I think.
19:4. Mary, what are you going to say?
I'll read it for you, Dad.
Wait.
Regular people.
It's just as bad as the world. That's right. They're divorcing just as much in the church as they are in the world now. So you tell me there's no sin in your church? Oh, God loves everybody. He forgives it.
Okay, Matthew.
You can't marry another person if your husband's alive.
Right.
Or your wife's alive.
That's adultery.
You commit adultery.
And that could.
Hold on. Where?
Matthew 19:4.
Let Mary read. All right, get
and he.
Hold on.
And he answered and said unto him. Unto them, have ye not read that he which made them from at the beginning made them male and female, not male and male.
Come on. And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife.
To his what?
Cleave. You know what cleave means?
To his what?
Like cleave to his to his same man.
To his what?
To his wife. And they.
No, that's done away with.
Oh yeah.
The law is done away with.
The law is done away with. And
shall be one flesh.
all right. So go ahead. What's this?
They are no more twain, but one flesh.
Go ahead.
What therefore Ahayah hath joined together, let not man put asunder.
Let not.
Then
wait. I want to say something now. Wait a minute. This is true. Watch what's happening in the Christian church. Two people, right, Josh? They're freaking in love with each other, right? They're invited to a church, right? They don't have wedding rings on, but they're madly in love with each other, Tony. Yep. They're married. They're married already. As long as they're staying together, they're married. We know this, don't we, Josh? Hello? So you know what the pastor does? Some freaking devil in their church, a spy, goes and tells the pastor these two people living together. So the pastor calls them in their office and says, hey, you know what? You don't have rings on. You're not married, right? Yeah, but we love each other. We're faithful to each other. Well, no, you have to be married. So they get sad. Watch this. He breaks them down. He breaks their spirit down, and he separates them in the church. And he tells them, you're in sin. Hello? Watch this. Watch how he causes adultery. He tells the man, you can't sleep with her anymore. Tells the woman, you can't sleep with him anymore. They separate, and they end up marrying a fucking man that's his wife's still alive, and he's divorced, and he marries a woman, her husband's still alive.
That's the truth.
Is that going on or not, Tony?
That's cut. That's deep.
That's divorce.
That's a sin.
That's a sin. That's adultery.
let's keep reading.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement to put her away? And he saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives.
Stop. You see
But
the word
from
hearts?
the beginning,
The hearts
it
mean
was
your
not
mind.
so.
That's right. From the beginning, it was not so. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication. You know what that really means? And watch how the Christian church twists this. Except it be for fornication.
That's just you.
If you have trouble with your marriage, you're supposed to separate and get it right, and then you come back together.
That's fornication is having sex without being committed to somebody, just having sex to have sex.
Good, Josh, good.
So finish the verse.
Good. Okay. Whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committed adultery.
Does what?
Committed adultery.
Does what?
Committed adultery.
Read.
And whoso married her which is put away doth commit adultery.
I got some. Let's go to Romans 7.
Romans 7. Okay.
I'll read. Then we'll go.
Wait,
to Isaiah.
hold on. Can we get that marriage thing in our Zendavon? We have the Zendavon, right?
We can do that.
Yeah, the Bible dictionary. And you need to get this because the marriage is in that Bible, in that Bible dictionary, and it proves to us that what a marriage really means.
This is Romans chapter 7, viewers, verse 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law. So Paul was not teaching people against the commandments of the Most High.
That's right.
He clearly just stated he taught the law to people. That's why people under his ministry knew the law.
Stop. They wanted to start talking about Paul. I said, stop right there. You don't know Paul. Don't you mention Paul to me because you don't know Paul.
How that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth. For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband, so long as he liveth.
I see why the Christian church makes excuses for that, because they're not under the law, so they didn't waive the law.
But
so they can keep marrying.
This is their teacher Paul, they say they follow.
Wow, watch out.
So you don't even follow Paul's writings.
Don't mention Paul to us. We know Paul. We don't know it all, but we know Paul.
And we're not about to make this about religion, because Christianity isn't even something in the Bible. It's something man-made. So we're not here to diatribe about man-made religion and lies.
Write to us and prove to us that Paul preached Christianity.
We're here to point out the truth and expose lies as a result of the truth that we're bringing out.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Read verse 2, Dad.
Where?
Romans 7:2.
7:2, okay. For the woman which hath a husband is bound by the law.
Is not bound.
Is bound by the law.
Can do what she wants.
Bound by the law to her husband.
See, people don't like law because it brings responsibility.
That's right, and it binds you to the truth.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So long as he liveth, but if the husband be dead,
so if the man dies,
then she's loose from the law
only then
of her husband.
Read.
So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress.
And the man is an adulterer. Shall be called a what?
Wow.
Adulteress, right? So.
But if her husband be dead, she is free from that.
All right.
So now this is also an allegory, because Paul had people in his ministries that didn't want to believe in Christ and just keep the law. And you can't do that. You have to bring them together to have the spirit and the letter, because rules of themselves, like the Sabbath, that's not going to get you to heaven. Now, if you
keep it because the Most High says to keep it holy. So
if you believe in the sacrifice that told you to keep the Sabbath, that gives you the power to get to heaven. But you also have to keep his law. This isn't easy believerism ministry, because that's what people are caught up in. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 11.
Yeah.
like we were saying, right? Easy believerism. All you have to do is believe, brother, and you'll go to heaven. Where is that doctrine? Where is that even mentioned in the Bible? Right? That's not even in the Bible, that idea, right?
No.
Just believe and you're good.
You know what?
Okay,
Josh?
so you can believe and fornicate. You can believe and be a homosexual. You can believe and be a drunk.
You see?
You can believe and be a liar.
This is where, what's the name of our ministry?
Voice of a Watchman.
No, I'm sorry. What's the name of the message?
The Walking Dead.
Well, also,
And we're not bashing on people. We're not.
what did I tell you about this?
Anyway.
Close your door. All right, turn that down too. All right, hold on, Josh. Okay, so what we're seeing here is such a false doctrine in the Christian church about marrying another person. This is one of the deepest sins in the Christian church today. And I thank the Most High that a lot of Christians are married and are staying married. And that blesses us. But most aren't. Most aren't today. And this is sad. Let me tell you something. The more you sin, right, Tony, Mary, the more you got to answer.
Yeah.
The more you come under judgment. The less you do here. John says, if we know to do right and we don't do it, what is it?
Sin.
It's sin. If we know to do right and we don't do it, it's sin to you. So you're telling me the Christian church is not in sin? Why is there so much homosexuality in the Christian church? They've opened their hands wide in Georgia, Atlanta. They got more homosexual preachers than they do straight ones. They're going to answer. You're going to answer for your sins. You can do whatever you can do what you want. Go ahead and do what you want. We know the Christian church is set up for the mark of the beast. We know that for a fact. That's a fact.
Because people believe in the rapture.
You believe in that devil? Where's the gathering of the saints?
The true saints.
And we can break that down sometime. We'll show you what Paul was saying when the dead shall rise first and meet the Most High in the air. In the air means out of the grave, right on the ground, not in the air, not in the sky.
This is Isaiah 11.
Well, let's go to 14.
Okay, I'll read Isaiah.
Just go slow though. I'm going to break some things down.
14.
Yeah. Mary, Tony, Isaiah 14. The proverb against the king of Babylon.
For the Most High will have mercy on Israel, on Jacob.
Jacob. And will what?
And will yet choose Israel.
Okay. Why does he mention Jacob and Israel? Why? Because they're Hebrew. Go ahead.
And set them in set them in their own land.
So who's in their land now?
Strangers.
Can't be the Jews. Can't be the real Jews, because the real Jews are black. These are white people in Israel.
And the strangers shall be joined to them. Shall be joined with them. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land.
Stop that. Wait, hold on. I like that. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. There's going to be another Exodus, Tony, probably out of this country, probably on that day when that's going to happen, and they're all going to come back to Israel. Go ahead, Josh. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Most High for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives. Watch this. Whose captives they were. Weren't they captive, Josh? Are they still captive in America? All right. Afro-American, Puerto Rican, Cuban, all you tribes that are out there, you're in captivity in the Christian church. You're being lied to every Sunday. You're worshiping the S-U-N, sun god of worship of Babylon, Egypt, pagan religion. That's where you are. 1441 or 51, Tony, that the beast was wounded, Josh, and came back to life and took the original black Christ, right?
Yeah.
The color of him and everything, and changed him into a white man.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's who you're worshiping on Sunday,
Yeah,
you're in a lot of
14
trouble.
in the Renaissance of 1450s.
Yeah, 1450s. Where did the J come from? And you? Wasn't it any known language right until the 17th century? So I told his brother, say, who's Jesus? Where are you getting this word from? Paul never used the word Jesus. It's in the Bible, yeah, because false translators put these words in. Paul and all the disciples were called Christians at Antioch.
Mm-hmm.
They never accepted that label.
Wanna
They didn't
read
go
it?
around telling people they were Christians.
Mm-hmm.
They were
Wanna-
black Hebrews. That's all.
You want to read it?
Yeah.
Let's
Go-
go to Acts 11:26.
Acts 11, guys.
Like we said, we prove it. We prove everything.
Prove all things. We are, our hearts are broken in this ministry. I'm telling you, we are, because of all the Hebrews that are lost in these pagan Christian churches. You ever talk to a Puerto Rican with that funny language? That's not their language. That was something forced on them, right? By the conquistadors and the Spaniards. That wasn't their language. They genocided all their people. What century, Josh? 8th, 9th?
Uh-huh.
When?
That was recently.
No, not recently.
That was 400 or 500 years ago.
All right, so what century?
14th.
Oh, okay, that late? I thought it was earlier. Okay. All right, so it happened. They forced the Afro-Americans into a pagan religion when they came to America
Through slavery.
through slavery, and they gave them a pagan god. And they lost out on the true God. So, all right, Acts where, Josh?
Acts 11:26.
26. Acts 11, 26. Just say, praise the Most High when you have it. You got it, Mary?
Praise him.
Yeah? All right. And when he had found him, he brought him unto Antioch. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church. And I see the word church. That's another word that don't belong in the Bible.
Now, yeah, that's something the
That's a
Europeans,
pagan Rome name. That's right. That's what you're saying, Josh.
because the apostles
They didn't go to
worshiped
churches. They went to synagogues.
in synagogues according to Scripture, not
No,
churches.
that's
Church
right.
is something European.
Come on, Josh. And taught much people. And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch. Were called.
Yeah,
They didn't go around and tell people they're Christians.
Yeah,
They didn't preach Christianity. They preached the Old Testament. They preached the law, the Sabbath.
you want to prove it?
Yeah, let's prove it.
Let's go to Acts. Acts 4, 20,
4:14, right?
24:14. Yeah, thank you.
24:14.
24:14.
All right. I just follow along. Ready? Okay, wait for you, Mary.
So we just read that
Say it again, Johnson. Won't let them lose thought.
they were called Christians, and the term church was invented by the Europeans and put in the Bible.
Right, during the Renaissance.
Tell them, Tony. Listen. Like Josh and me, we have said this 100 times on this program. The Bible, the King James, is still inspired. It's the only book you can really trust. But it has been tampered with words that don't belong in there. They were put in there through the Renaissance time by false translators. And we know that. The word God don't belong in the Bible. His name is Ahayah. The word Jesus don't belong in the Bible. His name is Yashayah. Not Yeshua. That's Tetragrammaton. That's a devil name. Christian church, you better wake up. You better start doing your research because you're going to be sorry. The Christian church is set up for the mark of the beast, and you're going to take it because you're greedy, you're haughty,
Uh-huh.
and you want to be popular, you want to be famous, you want to be successful. That's none of the way the disciples lived. None of them. And how and why did they die this horrible death? Because they stopped sinning. Because they walked with a man that they knew was not God. He was a man, Christ, and he didn't sin. So they didn't have to either. And they knew that. But when Christianity came in and all the false
They
doctrines,
started teaching you that you have to
that
sin.
you have to sin.
Because Jesus, from the Messiah, was a God man.
Come on.
So you can't be God, so you can't be perfect.
So don't they teach you that? Well, you can't live up to Christ. He's God, man. Right?
Now let's read it.
Yeah.
Acts 24:14.
Ready? But this I confess unto thee.
But what?
But this I confess. Explain, John.
In other words, this is my oral confession, and this is my this is my lifestyle, pretty much, my confession of my life. Read.
That after the way which they call heresy.
They were calling Paul a heretic because he was teaching Christ and the law.
Come on. So worship I the power of my fathers.
Read.
Believing all things.
What?
All things.
Not believing.
All things. Believing. Which are written in the
what?
law.
In the what?
In the law.
In the what?
In the law. And in the prophets.
In the what?
The Lord's done away with.
In the New Testament. In the what?
In the prophets.
Read.
On Sunday church. And have hope toward Ahayah.
So Paul's keeping the law gave him hope of salvation towards the Most High. Read.
With Yashayah.
Read.
Okay. Which they themselves also allow. That there shall be a resurrection of the dead, both of the just and unjust. And herein do I exercise myself to have always a conscience void of offense toward Ahayah and toward men.
Now one more precept out of Acts. Let's go to Acts 13:14.
All right. Acts 13:14. Your church don't do this. I know they don't on Sunday. They just preach out of 3 words.
They don't really
And they want you to sit there.
preach.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
They don't teach you anything.
Right. 13 what?
14.
13 and 14.
13 and 14. Okay.
But when they,
Wait. Hold on, honey. Go ahead, Mary.
But when they departed from Perga, they came to Antioch in Pisidia and went into the synagogue.
Stop.
Wait,
No, they
wait,
went into the
wait.
church.
Went into a church.
Synagogue.
A what?
Synagogue.
So proving to you that the word church was put in the Bible.
That's right. Come on. On the what day?
on the Sabbath.
No, on the Sunday.
On Sunday.
Sabbath.
On Sunday.
No, Wednesday night service.
Read.
Uh-huh.
And sat down.
Uh-huh.
And after the reading of the law.
The what?
The law and the prophets.
And the what?
And the prophets.
So Paul and the apostles did not have the New Testament.
So how could they preach
The
Christianity?
New Testament is inspired, but the New Testament was not written until pretty much all of them were almost
We're reading the New
passed
Testament.
on.
Kid. We're reading Acts. They didn't preach Christianity. They weren't Christians.
They were teaching the law with Christ.
Rules of the synagogue sent unto them, saying, We.
Okay, that's good, Mom. That's good. That's all I wanted. Now are we going to Isaiah? Dad?
Yeah. Let's go back to Isaiah
Isaiah 11?
14.
Isaiah 14 what?
Okay, where did we leave off?
I think we're on
3? We're in 3.
Verse 3. Okay. Ready? And it shall come to pass in the day that the Most High shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear. Now, he's
So no
talking
one's had more sorrow and fear
than the black Israelites,
than
the tribes,
Mhm.
and from the hard bondage.
The
wherein-
what?
Hard bondage.
The what?
Hard bondage, wherein thou wast made to serve.
Precept.
Deuteronomy.
No, let's go
Where?
to Isaiah. We'll go to Deuteronomy in a second.
All right.
Isaiah 47:6.
Isaiah 47:6. Okay, I'll read this. Okay, Isaiah 47:6. Isaiah 47:6. Okay, we all have it? Okay. I was wroth with my people.
I was what?
I was terribly angry with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance on purpose and given them
And what?
and given them.
So the Most High gave the so-called blacks and Hispanics
Come on.
over to the European power.
That's right.
And what?
Given them into thine hand, that thou didst show them no mercy.
You had no pity on them.
Come on.
You took advantage of what then the Most High allowed you to do.
Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
Deuteronomy 28:47.
Deuteronomy 28:47. See, that's why they don't listen to a lot of people, because they don't believe in doing this. I go to Christian church, and my pastor's so anointed, he preaches for 3 words. And you'll never learn the Bible that way. You'll never learn it. Even in
48.
your Bible studies, you'll never learn the word. Until you find out
Listen
who you
to
are,
this,
wait a minute.
everybody.
Until you find out who you are and where you came from and your history,
Right.
you'll never know the Bible.
And listen to this. This is Deuteronomy 28:48.
Hold on. Wait. 36. Okay. Deuteronomy, what?
28:48. Everyone have
28.
it?
48. Go ahead, Jim.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Most High shall send against you, thee, in hunger
Uh-huh.
and in thirst
Uh-huh.
and in nakedness
Uh-huh.
and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee.
Stop. You know, I just saw this, Josh. Watch this, Josh. You're right. Watch this. And in want of all things. You know, they're still like that today. All the tribes, they can't get enough.
They still
You know
want to
what?
be like the oppressor.
Yeah, because they're under the curse and they don't know it. And that's why they're like that. They got to have everything.
Let's go to 63. Deuteronomy 28:63.
Oh, I'll read it.
And it shall
Want me
come
to read
to
it?
pass. I'll read it for you.
Go ahead,
Dad.
Josh.
And it shall come to pass that as the Most High rejoiced over you to do you good
Uh-huh.
and to multiply you,
Listen.
so the Most High will rejoice over you to destroy
Wait
you.
a minute. He's going to be happy to destroy someone?
So that destruction there is, he allowed you to lose your heritage, and like Isaiah said, to be under a people that is not a people, according to Deuteronomy 32, I think.
So either the Christian church is lying to you or telling you the truth, and the Bible's lying. The Bible don't lie. So somebody's lying to you. Somebody's not telling you the truth. Stop. I want to say something. I've met a lot of Afro-Americans in the last 3 or 4 months. You know what I've been telling them? Go up to your pastor, face to face, eyeball to eyeball, and ask him, why don't you tell us who we are and where we came from? You know why? You know why? Because they can't tell you. Most churches are not allowed to tell you. Because the longer they keep you in bondage under white supremacy, you will never rise above, saints, where you belong in this world. And the government knows that. Black people are being murdered and raped and killed in this country because they're Hebrew, not because they're black. You better stop listening to your government lies and your media and the news people.
Now listen to this. Destroy you,
Yeah,
and
Josh.
to bring you to naught, and ye shall be plucked from off the land.
Shut the door. Hear this? Look. Tony, go shut it. All right. It's a beautiful song. Just turn it down, Josh. Tell me you're on the air. They do this all the time. They know we're on the air, they call. Where are we, Josh?
63.
40?
No, we're at 63.
28, 63.
Hold on.
Yeah, almost the end.
Hold on.
Wither.
And it shall come to pass that as the Most High rejoice. Okay, we got that. Okay, and ye shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there shalt thou serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. Watch this. Even wood, the phony wooden cross, because he didn't die on a cross, and stone. I mean, people I see with a cross on them, you know, the sick I get when I see that they don't know what they're doing carrying that thing. Christ died on a spike. He died on a spike or a tree. He didn't die on a Roman cross.
Go
Yeah,
to
Josh.
Deuteronomy 32.
All right, good,
I got another precept for everybody.
good.
Deuteronomy
Deuteronomy,
32,
next couple of pages over.
verse
If you want to listen to this ministry, you better get your Bible ready.
31, 21. They have
Wait, 21, hold on. 21, Josh? Yeah.
They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God, and have
They have.
they have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
Wow.
In other words, he'll let a
Wow.
people that have no law rule over the people who he gave the law. Now listen to this. This is verse 25, Deuteronomy 32 and 25.
Want me to read it?
The sword without shall tear,
And
terror within shall destroy both the young man and the virgin,
wow,
and the suckling also, the man with the man of gray hairs.
wow.
I said I would scatter them into corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men.
Corners? How can a round earth have corners?
And he said, I would make the remembrance of them to cease. So no one the majority of people will not understand the true understanding of the nation of who the Israelites are. You'll be
right.
You're taught that the people in the Europeans, that those Caucasoids in Israel are Israelites. Verse 28:7. Were it not that I
Wait, 27. Wait.
feared.
Where you reading?
27.
32 what?
27. Were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy,
That's right.
lest his adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our hand is high, and the Most High hath not done all this.
All right, Josh.
For they are a nation void of counsel.
That's right. Come on.
Neither is there any understanding in them.
That's right. And what's understanding? The law.
So Israel, the true Israelites, have no understanding of what the laws that was given to them.
I like 29. Listen, all that they were wise, that they understood this. Watch this, Mary. That they would consider their latter end.
What is their before we go to Isaiah? What is their latter end?
We can jump around.
Let's go to. You sure?
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Let's go to Ezra. 2nd Ezra 6.
I wanted to go there tonight too. That's good.
2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. Show them the Bible with the Apocrypha, Dad.
Okay, hold on. 2nd Ezra, right?
6 and 8. 7.
Are we saying Deuteronomy?
No, don't worry about it. Just go there. 2nd Ezra is what?
2nd Ezra 6, 7.
Hold on, 6, 7.
And show them the Bible.
This is one of
the deepest things you'll ever hear.
Right. This is. Now, isn't it Ezra? Doesn't it follow off where Ezra is in the 66 books? And this picks up. Here, we want to show you something. Hold on. We want to show you something. Why your pastors tell you not to read these books, because all the truth's in these books. You see this Bible? See that? See that? King James, Apocrypha. Those are the missing 14 books in the Bible that the Roman Catholic Church forced the Christian church in America not to listen to. King James. It's right in the middle of the King James Bible. And I want to show you something tonight because I like to have you see this. I don't know where it is now. Right back here somewhere. Hold on, Josh. I'm going to show you the tribe, the 150 million in Jews that American government killed. You want to talk about a Holocaust, you phony white Jews out there? There's a Holocaust. That's the tribe of Gad.
Uh-huh.
Genocide. Probably 150, right, Josh? 130 million? What about that? What about their Holocaust?
Now let's read 2 Ezra 6, verse 8, verse 7.
Okay. 2 Ezra 6:7, right?
Uh-huh.
The future age will immediately follow the present age. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times?
So Ezra was asking the Most High, when will all rulership come again? Because they were under a captivity at this time. Read.
Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?
Read.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world. In other words, his world's coming to an end now. We're in those days. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
See that?
So, all right, let's go back to Isaiah
Isaiah.
for a moment, okay? I want to read this. Go to 47, Isaiah 47. Josh has got a really good insight.
Let's read.
Yeah.
Isaiah 47.
Yeah, this is really good. Expound, Josh, all right? Come on, get Isaiah 47, guys. I'm going to show you where America is right now. You might be still glittering from the stupid Super Bowl and listening to all your false people who are running for the government. Nobody becomes president in this nation unless the black Pope puts them there. And if you think that's a lie, well, you do the research like we did. I don't care how many times you go to the poll and vote, your vote don't matter. And if someone by chance gets in that they don't want, what happens, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
Something happens to them.
Isaiah 47.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
America.
Who's the virgin daughter, Josh?
The virgin daughter of Babylon is America.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For that, so if that's not true, so who is the daughter of Babylon? America is Babylon today. And we can prove it to you. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal.
Read.
Uncover thy locks.
Read.
Make bare the leg.
Mm-hmm.
Uncover the thigh.
Mm-hmm.
Pass over the rivers.
Right. Read.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
So that verse edifies the verse 2 and explains the metaphor is when a woman back in the Bible days passed over water, they would have to draw up their dresses, and you would be able to see their naked bodies underneath because women back then didn't wear underwear or undergarments. So the Most High is comparing a woman to the nakedness of a woman passing over a river or water to the destruction of America that's coming soon.
Okay.
So when America is destroyed, it's going to be completely stripped naked
Gone.
like a woman.
That's right.
and bear.
thy shame. Okay, Mary.
As for
Excuse me.
our Redeemer, the Most High of Hosts, is his name.
So the Most High's name is Ahayah. Read.
Holy One of Israel.
Read.
Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. And they are in darkness. We're in darkness today. For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdom.
Read.
I was wroth with my people.
We just read this a couple minutes earlier.
Well,
Read.
that's good. I was wroth with my people.
So America, the Europeans, I mean, the Most High was wroth with Israel. Read.
We read this in 14, didn't we, Josh?
Read.
Watch this.
I polluted.
I have polluted mine inheritance.
You have polluted. No, the white man polluted his inheritance.
No, the Most High has polluted my inheritance and given them into thy
So,
hand.
like we said earlier, the Most High, because of Israel's rebellion,
That's right.
allowed Israel to be conquered by a people that couldn't conquer them.
Wow.
The Europeans could have never taken and enslaved the Israelites, but because they were in a fallen, weakened spiritual condition,
That's right.
the Most High, they opened the door through sin for their own fall of their nation. Nobody could have destroyed them unless they disobeyed the Most High. Read.
Okay.
Now that's not excusing the wickedness and the sin and the debauchery that the European capitalistic system has pushed on them,
That's right.
and they're going to be destroyed for it. Read.
That's right. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou showed them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it.
Read.
Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures,
America's given to all
right,
type of pleasures.
even the church,
Read.
that dwellest carelessly,
They live like nothing's going to happen.
come on, that says in thine heart, the mind, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection. For the multitude of thy sorceries, America, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantment.
Man, you can get a witch on the TV. You can call a witch. You can call a witch on your cell phone today and get your palm read. Sorcerer.
Hold on.
Long Island Medium.
Right, Josh, that's good, Josh. Go to Corinthians real quick, everybody. Josh, go to Corinthians. What was it, 1 Corinthians, where he turns his ministers into
2 Corinthians 11.
Go to 2 Corinthians, everybody. I hope you're listening out there, brother. You come against this ministry, and we'll cut you. We'll cut you deep. 2 Corinthians.
11. Started at 13.
This is Paul. You want to hear about Paul? You think you know Paul? This is Paul exposing the false pastors that are in your Christian church today.
Read. 2 Corinthians 11, verse 13.
For such as are false apostles, deceitful workers,
Come on, louder. Transforming? Come on.
transforming themselves into the apostles of light.
Christ.
Of Christ, I'm sorry. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an
Angel of light. Now stop. Right in your church on Sun God Worship, Rome, that pastor's turning himself into Satan's minister.
Wow.
Right in front of your eyes.
Let's finish with Revelation 17.
All right, Mary. We're going to finish with Revelation.
We're going
I'll
to
read
read
it, honey.
some in Revelation 17, and then we'll close.
All right, Revelation 17. So right now, let's say something, Josh. We're not trying to put fear in you, but that's what's happening. Christianity is an occult. Christ is coming back to destroy Christianity. Where does it say in the Bible he's coming back to save the Christian church? Show us where it says. Show me. Right? Tell him, Josh.
Prove it.
Prove it. Show us where it says that. He's coming back for a ministry. He's coming back for a synagogue that has no spot, wrinkle, or blemish.
Assembly.
He's coming back for them. That doesn't mean there are some people who are really living holy.
Before we read that, let's prove that. Let's go to Revelation 14 and 12.
I will prove it. 14:12. Ready? We'll wait, Mary. 14:12. Ready? Here is the patience of the saints.
Here's the what?
Patience of the saints.
Now we're going to see what a saint is. Read.
Here are they that keep
The what?
That keep
That what?
that keep
That break.
that keep
That keep. Read.
the commandments.
The what?
The commandments.
The what?
The commandments
Read.
of Ahayah.
Of who?
Of Ahayah.
Of man.
Of Ahayah.
Of your preacher.
Of Ahayah.
Read.
And the faith of Yashayah.
That just cut it.
Tell me you love. That's right. Tell me you love the Most High. You love Jesus, and you don't keep His commandments.
Even if that was his name, and how can you love Jesus and not follow anything he says?
Mm-hmm. And we know that's not His name. 17 where, Josh? 12. Ready? Okay. 17:12, right? 14. Just had it right. And the 10 horns. Is that it, Josh? He says 17:12, right?
Actually, you know what we should finish with?
Go ahead.
Or instead of Revelation 17, we can do that late some other time. Let's go to Leviticus 26. Let's read some of these curses.
Okay.
Break down these curses.
All right.
The
Leviticus
Bible
26.
contains certain identifying characteristics of how to identify the nation of Israel today.
That's right.
The children of Israel are not in the land of Israel. That is the synagogue of Satan.
That's right.
Hold your place in Leviticus 26 once you get it, and read Revelation 2:9 and 3:9, and let's prove that.
Okay. I'll read it, Mary.
That y'all can follow if you want.
Revelation 2:9. I know thy works and tribulation
And what?
and tribulation
And suffering.
trouble,
So
suffering.
the Most High understand
These are black people he's talking to.
the nation of Israel's trouble. Where in the world are they troubled when they're running the world?
And he's not talking to the Christian church. He's talking, to the true believers of the black Hebrews. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
And what?
Poverty.
And wealth.
Poverty.
And owning the world.
Poverty.
So one of the identifying characteristics before the Christ came back, the true nation of Israel would be in broke condition and in poverty.
That's right.
If you go, this is a fact. If you go into the inner city
Go
of
to any inner city in this country.
Any ghetto, any neighbor, any hood,
Look at our people. They're all in gangs, in prison.
and drugs strung out
Go
on
ahead.
crack, on
Don't be lifting up the people in sports because they're under a curse too.
and what I'm about to say isn't justifying any of that. The reason that is because the government that's over them has an invested interest of destroying them, of keeping them demoralized.
That's right.
and drugged
right.
and in prison. And this is a fact. I forgot the statistic, but I'll have to read it some other time. We'll probably read that tomorrow later on when we come on for our other Sabbath lesson. But I think it's over 90% of black men are in prison.
And those are Judah. That's Hebrews.
And you're more likely to go to prison if you're black in America than graduate and get a job.
Stop watching these TV programs where these cops invade people's homes and arrest drug addicts. America's government put the drugs there so they can be arrested.
Now, some policemen are actually probably doing that out of honest heart. They want to protect people.
Some of them, yeah.
But I believe the higher ups understand what they don't.
They're just puppets.
I don't think they tell them what
No.
they're really doing.
No. But you can bet your bootstraps. Illuminati and the Freemasons are all behind that. All of them. All of them. Okay, ready? Where are we? But thou art rich.
Because the Most High gave his law, statutes, and commandments
That's
in the
right.
Bible to Israel. Read.
And I know the blasphemy,
The what?
the lies
The blasphemy, read.
of them which say they are Jews.
Which say they are what?
Jews.
So what people are the only race of people claiming to be physical Israelites?
White people. Edomites.
Ain't no problem with being a European. Ain't no problem with that. You can be saved or have an opportunity, but those people in Israel, in the land of Israel, I'm sorry to tell you, but they're not Israel. They're not Israelites.
That's right. And are not, but are the
But
synagogue.
and are what?
But are not.
But are.
But are not.
It don't matter.
But are not. But are the synagogue of Satan.
Read.
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Right. Now let's go to 3 and 9.
Let's go to 3:9.
Revelations 3 verse 9.
Go ahead, Mary. Just the next page. Oh,
Revelations 3.
I'll read. Okay, go ahead, honey. Take your time. Revelation 3:9.
Revelation 3 9.
Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan,
The so-called Jews in Israel, read.
which say they are.
Which what?
Which say they
So
are.
Which
they
say
make
they
a
are.
claim or a statement.
Come on.
Wait a minute. What does Jewish mean?
Come on.
Jewish is
Yiddish.
no. Jewish is a suffix which means pertaining to or almost a thing.
Wow.
So by their
Fantastic.
name, they tell you that they're not Israel. They're not Jews.
That's
They're
right.
Ish. They're Jewish.
That's right.
They're pretty much a Jew, but they're not a Jew.
I will make them. Okay, Mary.
And are not, but who lie.
Uh-huh.
Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet,
Wow.
and to know that I have loved thee, because thou hast kept the
Word.
word of my patience. I also will.
Stop. That's good.
No, you should let her finish. It's good. I will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Look at that. Which shall come upon all the world. So if we're walking right and we're keeping his commandments, we're going to be kept from temptation, Anthony.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Yeah.
I believe it. Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So you're telling me, your pastors are telling you that you can't help it, that you sin every day? Well, you're in a deep, deep trouble. You're telling me that Yashayah died on the cross in vain.
Let's go to
That's because you got that phony Jesus from the Pope.
Leviticus 26. We'll
We'll
read.
finish that.
Well, yeah.
Leviticus 26. Watch.
14.
All right, follow, guys. Or you can just listen, all right? All right, 26. And when I have broken the staff of your bread, 10 women shall take your bread.
26:14, Dad.
I'm sorry, 14. Sorry, guys. Right. But if ye will not hearken unto me, my bad.
If you will not what?
Hearken unto me.
Listen to what I'm telling you. Read.
Sorry. And will not do all these commandments, and if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul honor my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant, I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption.
So terror. You can't but so-called black people can't walk out of their house, most of their houses, without being afraid of being shot.
That's right.
Or a policeman jackbooting them with a club and
Come on.
beating them to death.
And the burning agu that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart, and ye shall sow your seed in vain.
I mean, in other words, whatever you do won't really produce the joy that you put into it.
That's right. For your enemy shall eat it.
Your what?
Your enemy shall eat it. And I will set my face against you, and
Bless you.
Against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies.
Slain before your friends.
Wow. Enemies.
Read.
They that hate you shall reign over you.
They that what?
They that love you.
They that what?
Hate you.
So the government hates and has an invested interest in fulfilling what we're reading.
That's right.
Because don't think they're ignorant and don't know what they're really doing to you.
And you shall
Why
run.
is it that in white neighborhoods you don't have abortion clinics and gun shops and liquor stores? All that stuff is at Walmarts in white neighborhoods. But in black neighborhoods, you have abortion clinics, you have Planned Parenthood, you have gun stores, liquor stores, crack houses. Most white house.
Oh, that's just the way it is.
No, it's not.
It's not. It was set up by the government like that.
That's what we're reading to you. That's why, see, like my dad said, they can't really break down this, because if they do, it invariably will point out the devil behind
what
the
they
people
really
that
doing.
set them up.
That's right.
Read.
That's right. And I also, okay, so that ye will not do all my kids, but that ye break my covenant, I also will do this to thee. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and the burning oil that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart, and ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemy shall eat it, and I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth you. Watch that.
So you will flee,
You'll
and no man will be able to help you.
That's right.
Read.
And if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins. Wow. And I will break the pride of your power, and I will make your heaven as iron and your earth as brass. Wow.
So nothing you put your hand to will really produce what you want.
And your strength shall be spent in vain.
So you'll spend everything you do in vain to work for your enemy. Read.
For your land shall not yield her increase.
So your bank, you'll be poor. You'll always be broke. You'll always see. And the problem with this is the prosperity movement will use these scriptures to make you believe if you don't give money to them, that you're cursed. When this has nothing to do with giving money.
That's right.
Or tithing.
Those devils on TV, a dead day's coming.
To a devil who is run by the Illuminati.
That's right. Read. And if you, okay.
Neither shall the trees of the land yield.
So pretty much your produce won't yield what you want.
And if you will contrary unto me, and will not hearken unto me, I will bring 7 times more plagues upon you.
Wow. According to your sin. And I will also send wild beasts among you, which shall rob you of your children.
In other words, he'll send
wild beasts here is people.
When the Europeans came, they robbed the children of Israel.
That's right.
And when the Israelites got off of slave ships, this is a fact. Even before that, they would divide families on slave ships.
Wow.
And they wouldn't see their family ever again.
And destroy your cattle and make you few in number, and your highways shall be desolate.
Your neighborhoods will be the worst neighborhoods that you can possibly live in.
Wow. And if you will not be reformed by me by these things, but will walk contrary unto me, then will I also walk contrary unto you, and will punish you yet 7 times for your sins. And I will bring a sword again upon you that shall avenge the quarrel of my covenant.
The Most High isn't doing this because he's mad at you. He's doing this.
He's breaking you.
It's like he's a father with a whip in his hand, and the European power is that whip. And he's using that whip to try to drive you and beat you to him.
Wow. Watch this. And when ye are gathered together within your cities.
Your what?
Cities.
So in your neighborhoods, in your cities, read.
I will send a pestilence among you.
You'll be sick, drugs.
AIDS, drugs.
Guns. Prostitution is the highest rate in the ghetto, read.
And ye shall be delivered into the hand of the enemy.
And delivered into the hands of the European system, read.
That's right. And when I have broken the staff of your bread, 10 women shall bake your bread in one oven, and they shall deliver you your bread again by weight, and ye shall eat and not be satisfied. Wow. So we can go on and on, you know, but I'll tell you something. That was a blessing tonight, Josh.
It was.
You see, it's really sad when I meet the tribes, and they are so full of pride that they are. Paul says that in the last days, Satan will have the mind blinded, not the eyes. Their mind is blind from the truth. But through a lot of prayer, right, Josh, Tony, Mary, we are reaching masses now. We are reaching, and we are getting told by other camps. We're not a camp. We're a ministry, but there are other camps that are preaching the truth. There's millions and millions coming out of the Christian churches. And we are so happy for that.
So we say shalom,
Shalom,
and peace.
peace.